Hey, it's Dean here from Trusted Media. Hope you're well and keeping safe. I want to talk to community gardens, garden centres, small holdings and farms. At this time, clearly people aren't being able to engage with you physically. So either your shop is closed or your garden's closed and you're wondering, what can I do for my community? Now, a big thing that I've seen online, especially for community gardens and garden centres and some smaller farms, is actually they're offering a delivery service. Community gardens and garden centres are offering like plant delivery in small or big pots. For instance, they're theming it Eat Your Greens, and they're adding in like kale, lettuce, and things like that they can buy. Some of them are doing it at a cheap rate. Some of them are offering it as a free service, but also just charging for delivery because they're just part of their community or their service. Others are doing like grow your own packs. So for instance, your seeds with seed soil, and again, just giving advice on that particular thing. Farms are selling produce, so potatoes and other like vegetables, so like in a veg box, like a delivery service. Again, either through their Facebook community or even on their website. Others are doing like tips and tutorials on things to do now. So like what you can do to prep your seeds inside, how to grow them inside, whether it's in plastic containers or whatever it may be. And again, tips and advice on how to do that. Some are even selling the seedlings, so they've already grown to a certain extent. And then you can then have more confidence that you can see the plant growing. So it's actually just maintaining it before it has to go outside. So again, a great way to engage with your audience or your community. Others are doing virtual tours of their community garden or their garden centre or their farm or small holding, either just for an online service to show as a virtual tour of the place. Again, a great actually time to do that for them when we're come out of this lockdown, that actually you have a piece of content on your website where people can virtually tour your shop to see before they come. But actually, as another thing, is an education. Places are doing this for educating them about different things. So for instance, a community garden's doing education on their garden, what they're growing, how to grow it, the history of the garden. And again, it's good for kids and families to engage on this time. So again, we're stuck at home, we want to learn something new or do something different. And again, this is a way to do that and engage. Others are hosting live sessions. So for instance, quite a cool idea that I had was actually it'd be great if you could do virtual show and tell. This is my garden, guys, and I'm looking to grow my own vegetables. What advice is there? So again, having a small group of people then offering advice, what you could grow in your garden because of the soil, the sunlight, or whatever it may be, that because of your environment might be unique. So not everyone could grow everything in their garden. So actually some tips and advice on what you could do if you've got small or large gardens, or if you've got not really any green space. So maybe how do you do it in pots and whatever. So again, some good ideas there to continue to engage with your community on how to grow in their own garden. So it's personalised advice. I think also there's some other things that at the moment there's a big demand for compost. So if you are a farm or a small holding or a garden centre and you've got supply of compost, I know right now if you start selling that, a lot of people will be buying it because of the very reason of people wanting to do growing at home. So again, if you've got this sort of stuff and it's sitting there, then sell it because again, there's a big demand for it, or offer it into a service. So back to the original points, why don't you then put compost in pots with seeds or plants and then sell them as a delivery to your customers. So there's some great ideas there to continue to support your community and engage with your customers and your audience. So again, some ideas. Check all the different recap in the description, in the comments below. And if you have any ideas, do share them. And again, I can share them in follow-up videos. But remember, stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.